And thank you so much for watching my videos. Now today is Friday and I'm going to do something a little bit different with my March donation. I am going to discuss my journey from how I got to the past to where I'm at now. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Mel, or Melissa as they call me, and my screen name is Couponing for a Cause. I extreme coupon and clearance shop to donate. I run a nonprofit. That is what I do. I run a nonprofit and I help children in need, veterans, family in need, and low-income families, so and the homeless. So it kind of varies. It's a broad spectrum of help that we try to do, and these toiletries that you see in the back, they help so many families. So that is what I do on top of working a full-time job. So I do work a full-time job. I work in the aerospace industry. I work for the only company of its kind that launches rockets from sea to space. I work in the export compliance department. I basically handle all of the paperwork for the Department of Justice, Department of Defense, local and state agencies. So that is what I do on a full-time basis. They come to me to make sure that they are in compliant with all of the regulations all of these state departments and local agencies put on us. So got to make sure we are in compliant with everything before anything can be done. On top of that, I run a YouTube channel, which I absolutely love, and I do a lot of charity stuff. So every month I let you guys know basically what's going on with the nonprofit, what I'm doing this month, and I show you guys what I'm donating and all that good stuff. So I am going to do a speaking engagement. Now, at first, I wasn't going to post this video because I know my family's going to watch this, and if you guys are watching, hi. But I don't want them to feel any type of guilt or anything because they had nothing to do with this. I just want to put a disclaimer that I did not grow up in an abusive family at all. The women in my family are opinionated, strong, independent women. And the men in my family, like their husbands or their significant others, are very, very supportive, and they treat their wives, girlfriends like queens. So it had nothing to do with my family. So I just want to put that out there and let you guys know. Now, I was approached in December of last year to start speaking to women, and I was a little hesitant to do that because I'm not a person that's gonna, rehash the past. It's in the past. I didn't want to relive it. And the chaplain actually asked me as a personal favor to do this because she's like, your story is so profound, and we are trying, these women that I'm speaking to are women that had a past addiction to drugs, or they left an abusive situation, or they were homeless and lost their children, all kinds of walks of lives, and they're barely getting themselves out of that situation. And she just wants to show them that not only can they get out of that situation, but it gets better. So with enough pushing from her and my husband, I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. I did my first one in January, and I didn't really touch bases on like what I'm going to touch bases with you guys now. And then I decided, okay, let me go ahead and just, because it kept eating away at me. In February, I decided to go ahead and just tell that whole entire story. And I was shaking. I was really, really nervous. It was hard. It was hard to talk about, and I'd probably cry. So I'm just warning you guys ahead of time. But after I was done with my speaking engagement and we started handing out toiletries and talking to the women, they said, I had like 3 women come up to me and say, thank you, because I thought this was it. Like, this is it. And I didn't think that there's life after this. And I see with you worked your way up, you worked at it, and you were able to create a whole new life that is better than the life you lived before. So their words were very encouraging. Their support was very encouraging. So knowing that in some small way I helped them, I felt like, you know what, maybe I should just go ahead and talk about this. So we're going to get started on my journey. I'm going to show you guys what I'm donating. I'm not going to actually show you the mass donation because that's just going to take up entirely too much time, and I know this story is kind of long. I will show you guys what I'm making for my raffles, and then what I'm going to give them as little goodie bags, because I thought of something else to add to this event. So let's go ahead and get started. So before I met my amazing husband, who puts me above everything else, who treats me like a queen, spoils me rotten, and just loves me and adores me, and I adore him as well, I was in a severely abusive relationship. Like, it was bad. And not only was it physical, it was emotional, and it was mental. And I was at this point in my life where I would rather get punched in the face and kicked in the stomach than being told I was fat, I was ugly, I was stupid, I was useless, no other man would ever want me again. I hated those words. Those words to me were more painful than the actual act of being punched in the face. And the reason why I thought this was because in my mind, you know, broken bones, they mend. Bruises fade. But those words that were said, they linger on in you. They just do. You say it enough to a person and you actually start to believe it. And at this point in my life, I was starting to believe everything this person was telling me. So I am one of the saddest person you will ever meet. I was sad. I was depressed. I was so unhappy. And I wake up one day and I realize I don't have anybody. When you're in that type of relationship, you get isolated, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's just like one day you wake up and I realize I don't have any of my friends anymore. I hadn't talked to my family in years, and I was alone, and I was scared to pick up the phone and call my family. But had I known, I could have called them at any time and they would have done anything in their power to get me out of this situation. I didn't know, because I was so convinced that this person was right. I was useless. I was ugly. I was stupid. No other man is ever going to love me again. So I was sad. I was so sad, and I was so depressed. So I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no idea what I was going to do. I just knew that I needed to get out of the situation, because now, on top of all of this, getting hit and, you know, just being told these horrible things, I was physically sick because I was so stressed out. I was stressed out, you know, before I went to work, because I always had to assess the damage. I got my tissue here. I always had to assess the damage. I had to make sure, like, I didn't have bruises. And if I had bruises, I needed an excuse for my coworkers, because they're going to ask, why are your eyes so puffy? Where did that bruise come from? So I always had to make sure that I had an excuse prepared, and that stressed me out. So I would throw up before I left for work. And I was that girl. I was that girl where they would say, we need somebody to work 2 hours over every day. And I would raise my hand, because home was horrible. Home was not a happy place. So if somebody was missing work and they needed somebody to fill in on Saturday, I was like, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. So I never wanted to be home. And then when it was time to go home, I'd be so stressed out, because I didn't know who I was going to see when I got home. Was it going to be the person that told me I was stupid, ugly, insignificant, fat? Was it the person that was going to hit me? Or was it the person that was just going to ignore me for the whole entire evening? So I was miserable. I was so unhappy. And I didn't know what to do, because I felt so alone. I felt so trapped. And so I started talking to the only person that I knew would be there for me. I started talking to God. And I started praying, please, please, please get me out of here. Help me find a way to get the strength to leave. Help me get out of this situation, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I was at a point in my life where I thought, If I wasn't here, I wouldn't have to deal with all this. Like if I wasn't alive, I wouldn't have to deal with all this. So, God works in mysterious ways because he just doesn't wave a magic wand and make everything okay. So I started this journey with him, and I was talking to him every day. And one night we got into this horrific fight. And the next morning I was ready to do my normal routine, assess the damage, make up excuses. The funny thing was, when I was assessing the damage, I didn't throw up. I went to work and I just felt weird. I felt like this weight that was on my shoulders had been lifted off. Like it was the weirdest feeling. At work that day, I started thinking, I was like, this person does not love me. This person doesn't respect me. If this person truly cared about me, they wouldn't hurt me physically. They wouldn't hurt me emotionally. They wouldn't tell me these horrible things. And the number one thing he wouldn't have said, or this person wouldn't have said, is, I hate you. So I was like, what am I going to do? I can't do this one more day. I'm just at my wit's end. So I decided that day I was going to reach out to my coworkers. Now, it wasn't like I didn't know these people because I knew them. I was always invited to their kids' birthday parties. If they had an event after work, cocktails, I was always invited, but I was never allowed to go. It was something that you just don't ask, because if you ask, it's going to turn into an argument or a fight, and it's just not worth the battle. So the first lady I went to was the payroll lady, and I told her exactly what was happening to me. And she was amazing. She said, don't worry about it. We're going to make it, so I'll take care of it. It's going to look like your check is being deposited, because my check was deposited in an account and I never saw a dime of it. She's like, we're going to make it look like your check is going in. And then I started talking to some other coworkers that were pretty good friends, and they're still great friends now. And one of them's like, I got a room for you to rent. One of them's like, I got a bed for you. So I had 2 weeks to get whatever I could and leave. So every day I would take work clothes, because I needed work clothes. I didn't have anything to wear. I would sneak work clothes out for 2 weeks straight. And I left with some clothes, which wasn't much. I left with a towel, a toothbrush, a face towel, and the bucket of a car that my husband called a death trap. I called it a bucket, he calls it a death trap, but it was mine. It was mine. So I left. That's all I left with. Everything else I left behind. I didn't care about it. So the day I left, I didn't go to work. I turned my cell phone off and I slept. And it was like the best sleep. You know how when you're a kid and you have that sleep where you just don't want to wake up? I think I slept for like 15 hours. And I wake up and I check my voicemail because my phone's been off for 15 hours. And the first 20 messages are, I'm sorry. This will never happen again. I love you so much. I can't live without you. I'm going to get therapy. I'm going to get help. I'm going to do what it takes to make this right. The second set of messages were, you're stupid. You're ugly. You're fat. No other man's ever going to want you. So what are you going to do? And when I heard those messages, I was just like, it didn't matter if I never had another friend in my life, if another man never loved me again, if my family didn't ever talk to me again, at least I was safe. At least I felt secure. And so I started to rebuild my life. And I think my husband was a major part in my life, because when I got out of that situation, I had zero self-confidence. I really thought I was really stupid. And I really thought I was really ugly. And I might be ugly to some people, but in my husband's eyes, I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. I'm the smartest person in the world. And he really helped rebuild my confidence and make me a better person. And I still continued my journey with God. And when my life started really getting a lot better and I was married and all these awesome things started happening, I told God, I got to repay you in some small way. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I need to repay you because you changed my life. So I learned how to stream coupon, and then I met the homeless man. I'm not going to go into like great detail about that because I've talked about that, and I will post that at the end of this video, and I'll also post it in the description box if you guys want to know how I started my nonprofit, what triggered it. So that is basically my story or my journey of how I got to where I was in the past and where I am now. I'm not crying because it's embarrassing, because I'm not embarrassed of what happened. I'm crying because I'm happy. These are it's hard to talk about, but these are also tears of joy because I'm not in that situation anymore. I'm in a better place. I worked my way out of that situation, and I'm able to say, yes, I went through that. Yes, I did that. But at the same time, I've created friendships. I've created a relationship. I've created a family that I can lean on for anything, that absolutely adore me, and I adore them. So, and on top of that, I was able to do this channel. So I'm a strong believer in the power of prayer, and I don't really talk about religion a lot. I do tell you guys have a fabulous, blessed day, but I don't really talk about religion a lot. I don't preach it to anybody. I feel like if you practice whatever you need to practice, it's not my concern. It's not my business. I have friends that are all types of religions, but I think, in my personal opinion, in my journey, it definitely helped me get into a better position, into a better place, because honestly, I don't know where I would be right now. I don't know where I would be right now. I don't think I would be here right now. So that is pretty much what I talk about. I then go into like the homeless man and my nonprofit, and then I go into like, you know, examples of what you can get couponing and examples of what you can get sales hunting. So I definitely wanted to share it with you guys. It's not something that I talk about on a regular basis, but it is something that is needed. And I think that women who are in a similar situation or just got out of that situation need to know that there is hope and there is a way out, and you can work your way out of a bad situation into a really great situation, into a great part of your life, you know, where it's just beginning. So I missed a big chunk of my early years, but I've been asked this question, and it was very strange when somebody asked me. I got asked this question twice after my story. They asked me if I had to do it all over again, would I do it all over again? And surprisingly, I say yes every single time. And the reason why I say yes is because I wouldn't have met my husband. I wouldn't have met the man who I absolutely adore. And two, I wouldn't have had this journey with God this whole way through. So would I do it all over again? Knowing I'm going to meet my husband, knowing I'm going to have this amazing journey with God, I would do it in a heartbeat, because I can't imagine my life now without him. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I'm going to be making and donating, and my little grab bag, so you guys get an idea of, you know, what I'm going to be giving out at this event. I hope you guys are having a fabulous, blessed day. I hope you guys, if somebody who's watching this is in a similar situation, feels encouraged and empowered to keep moving forward or to leave or whatever you need to do, I hope that helped. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here's my goodie bags that I will be putting together. So in each bag, stapled to the bag, is going to be a card with all of my website, social media, screen name for YouTube. I did not put my Instagram. So I have a ton of these, so I'll just let them know I have an Instagram account. Candles for each one of the bag, and then of course a face wipe and face mask. I got these super cheap at Big Lots. They were 50 cents. And then I have some other face masks here that I'm going to be putting one. Each one is going to get a pen, a chapstick. I'm going to put a rose in each one. And then I'm going to put these Kleenex that have these awesome sayings. So it says, believe in yourself. Subscriber sent these to me, the Duran family. Thank you so much. Summon your strength, believe in yourself, and find your fearless, which I think is totally appropriate. So those are going to go in each one. And then on top of that, I'm going to do a Bible journal. So each one will get a Bible journal. And I'm loving these with God, all things are possible. So majority of them will have with that. And then the rest will be like pray it forward, something inspirational for them to continue on with their journey. A lot of them are in Bible study. So I'm going to put a grab bag together and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Here is the grab bag. And of course inside is the Bible journal, the flower. We got the candles. Now the candles are from Target and I got them at 90% off. So they were only 30 cents. So these chocolate roses were on clearance at CVS, 90%. I think I paid like 20 cents for those. The Kleenex was from a subscriber. These chapsticks were 90% off, so those are in there. And the face mask, you guys know I got them super cheap on clearance, or I've been picking them up throughout the year. So this is what one of the bags will look like. We're going to make 10 of them. So let's go ahead and look at some other raffle gift ideas. You guys saw my CVS 90% off haul. You know, I picked up one of these. I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to leave the price tags purposely on these raffle gifts so these ladies will know, like, hey, if you look for clearance finds, you can find some really nice items, get them super cheap, and regift them. So this was $1.69. It was a 90% off, and it has all of these items here. It has the hand cream, the shower gel, a loofah, lotions, hand scrub, cream bath, bath salts. So it has a lot of different items in a really pretty basket. So I'm going to raffle this off, and then I'm also going to make 2 other raffle gifts. These 2 baskets at Dollar Tree. They're really, really pretty, and I'm going to use these 2 for my raffle gifts, and I'm going to fill them with clearance finds so they can kind of get an example of what they can get clearance shopping. I'm going to purposely leave the tags on so they can see how much these items are retail value, so they can get an idea of what they can get super cheap. So I have some Kestrel brushes. These are from the 99-cent only store, but they are actually sold at Nordstrom's for, I believe, $19.99 or $24.99. I cannot remember which price. I have this Bailey's and Harding gift set, and this is pretty nice. It comes with, what does it come with? It comes with almond oil body wash, a luxury shower gel, and a body lotion. So I got this at Walgreens at 90% off, so I'm adding this. I'm also adding this So Wonderful foot cream and socks. I'm going to add this from the 99-cent only store. This is the relaxing gel eye mask, and it says, I am woman, hear me snore. I'm adding some coupon items because I am an extreme couponer, so I should add some. So I'm adding the Maybelline Extreme Volume Express Mascara. I'm adding a L'Oreal Revital Lift Bright Reveal facial wash. I'm adding this Strong is a New Pretty. If you saw my Dollar Tree haul, you know I just picked this up, so I'm adding this. And then I'm going to add this super cute, I really like this 3D makeup bag that I picked up at the 99-cent store, and it's by Modella Fashion. I think this retails for like $11 or $12. I was going to add an Essie nail polish, but I ran out of room. So let me put everything together and I'll show you guys the final product. Okay, so I did have a little bit of extra room, so I added one of these aromatherapy diffusers, and I'm going to add one in here as well. So I'm just going to put that right there. I did add 3 eyeshadows since I included makeup brushes. I did add a Revlon lipstick. So this is what the final product is going to look like. Of course, I'm going to shrink wrap it with the good old Dollar Tree shrink wrap pull and bow. If you guys are wondering how I shrink wrap, I have done several tutorials on that, and that is in my DIY section. So this is one gift. I got another gift to work on. This video is getting really, really long, so I'll probably just take a picture of that and post that at the end. If not, I'll post a picture of it in my community tab with them all completed and good to go. Now, I hope you guys are having a fabulous, blessed day. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. And if you like these videos, please remember to like and subscribe so you never miss this episode. Don't forget to check back. We are going to be giving away 2 coupon kits this month, and that giveaway is going to be coming up real soon, guys. I just got to film it. Haven't had an opportunity because I got to work on this stuff first. And then I got some hauls for you guys. Definitely subscribe, because my 99-cent haul is going to be 1, amazing, and 2, I have giveaways planned in that 99-cent only store haul. So even if you don't have a 99-cent only store, you definitely want to check out that haul, because inside that video is going to be an awesome giveaway even if you don't have a 99. So I'll explain it all in the video. You guys have a fabulous, blessed day. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.